Paul, final game of the season. I guess is everyone at the stage now where kind of waiting for the season to come to a conclusion now?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's been a week in November time, so I haven't been here the full duration of it. So I always think when you get to this stage where if you can't go up and you can't go down, it's people see it out. You want to try and finish your last home game with a win, and that's what we'll try and do, and then you regroup and get reinforcements in to help.
Has there been some frustration, I guess, at the way that having had such a good March coming into April and getting safe, the way it's gone since then?
Well, you're drawn at Blackburn, they're obviously fighting for their lives there as well, and they get a good result last night. This shows you how hard the league is. They go and beat Villa, and it's for people fighting for their lives. Huddersfield obviously are ahead of us at the minute and vying to get in the playoff, which is always a difficult game. And Derby have been up there for a few years. We're short of that at the minute. We're just not going to go up there and actually go catapult right away by them, especially they two. They've been up there, so it's something we have to get to. So, but we've got one more game left, and we're going to try and win it.
So in a way, then, has that shown the level and the barrier that you need to get to to compete with those teams?
Yeah, it does. I've said it all along. I'm not going to sit here and try and dress it up. You've got to be consistent in this league. You've got to be better game by game. I think we've been great in some moments and not so good in others, and I think that's where we are. The table is where it is. It doesn't lie. So, and it's something you have to get better at.
Because I mean, we'll reflect fully, I guess, on the season next week. But when you look back on it now, going into this final game, what are you going to take away from the 5-6 months you've had?
We need to be a lot better. We need to be consistent. We need to be better at home without a shadow of a doubt. I think that's important. But we need players in here to help, and plus you need to change it and shake it up a bit. I think that's important as well. I think when you do that, I think people get frightened by change at times, and it's the same old. I think that breeds negativity. I think it breeds staleness, and I think you've got to freshen it up. I think you've got to have drive and a hunger to succeed, and it's something that hopefully going forward that we can get it into the club.
Is there an element to that you'll kind of enjoy that process? That's what you've come here to do. When we first spoke way back in November, it's about making this club big again and back on the right road.
No, I think that's it, and I think it's obviously had its ups and downs, and it's a great time under Big Mick. Here Kenny done well as well. So, but it's been up and down. So I think it's important that as a big club, start to treat it like a big club again. I think that's for me what I see of a big club, but I think just sailing or coasting, which I think is the right way to put it. And I can have all the aspirations I want and my own standards what I want, and you might never hit them, but I know exactly what I want out of it. And what I certainly don't want is to be inconsistent.
Because when you look at some of the results that you've had, the amazing cup run, as I mentioned, through March, is there then an element that the message to the players and those who'll still be here next year is we have to be that level of Wolves all the way through from August to May?
Absolutely, and we've got to plan for 46 games plus. I think that's important, and how many points we try to pick up in each quarter. I think that's important, and plan it out better than what it's been, and what targets you've got to set and try and hit. And if you do that and try and be consistent with it, and as I said, if you're playing for this football club, you have to be ready for the expectancy level of it, and that's something we have to be better at, and we will be better, and we'll get players in here that will do it.
Preston was your first game.
Yeah.
A while back. Is the place different to what you anticipated and when you first came in that first game?
Our place, is it different? I think when you first come in for a few months, you surf through what's there, not just on the pitch but off it. You surf through it. You're dealing with you guys as well. You surf through it and work out how people's character is and what buttons you can push and what ones that make somebody tick. You sense if people are what do you want to call them? Energy sappers as such, as they call them, or people that are really hungry to succeed and want to drive it on, or people who are complacent and hide behind things. You surf, so it's not just on the pitch, it's off it as well. You see loads of things. So I think these things don't surprise me because you get to see it. And I think, as I said before, I don't want a club that coasts. I think it's important that the standards have to be really, really high and really raise the bar. And if you can handle that, you'll be fine. If you can't, then it'll be hard.
There's often an element, sometimes you're only as good as your last performance. So how important is it to go out on a high this weekend?
It's the last home game and the crowd will come and its numbers. I've got to say a big thanks to the supporters for the way they've been absolutely fantastic since I've been to the club, and they need more. We need more performances like Villa, Stoke, and Liverpool, and Fulham's and Brentford's. We have to get that consistently because the support is there for the club to do it. So I think it's important to try and finish on the high. It's the usual stuff of people coming a nice mood, and families come to the games, and the players' kids come to the games, and after the game you have the thanks to the fans. So you have all that emotion attached to it, but it's important you get there, you've got 90 minutes to go and try and win a game, and we'll try and finish off as strong as we can.
I know. I mean, some people call it lap of honour. Lap of appreciation is
Yeah.
probably a better way, because there is an element you and players want to put your thanks to the fans.
It's important. They come in their thousands to watch us, and they've been, as I said before, it's a thanks to me to them that the way they get behind us at every single game. Travel a long way, been away from home. I'm pretty sure if you ask them the days like at Stoke and Liverpool and Chelsea things, that's what they breathe for, and that's what you want to happen every single time. So, and the support has been great. It really has, and it's up to us to give them something back as well. And if we do that, then as I said before, this place can be really, really great.
Injury news? How is everyone?
Well, not too bad actually. Obviously, Cav's missing through the suspension. One or two have just come back from little knocks, but I think it's maybe a risk to risk them. So yeah, but more or less everybody's not too bad.
So probably unlikely to see Helder Costa, Matt Doherty, Carl Ikeme, those kind of guys.
Yeah, you won't. I'll be surprised if any of them lads. But it's you take the risk on them. It's crazy. Pre-season, then everybody comes back fit and then ready to go.